Davidson and Michigan State coming up. For tip, let's go over to Tracy.
Jim, we were at the Big Ten tournament when Tyson Walker sprained that left ankle and did not return. He did not practice this week until Wednesday. I spoke with Tom Izzo just a little while ago. He said he's about 85%. He will play today, but he will not start. A.J. Hoggard will get the start in his place and run the points.
Well, Hoggard came up so big in a losing cause, albeit, but his confidence is soaring coming into it as you take a look there at Tyson Walker. There's Coach McKillop, 33 years at Davidson. Had many opportunities to go somewhere else. He loves it there at Davidson, just outside of Charlotte. Here is the starting lineups, the Wildcats, and this is such an interesting story. Foster Loyer transferring from Michigan State, and lo and behold, there he is, going to be facing his former teammates in the NCAA tournament. Tom Izzo, 8 Final Fours, a national title, the first one of the new century, and the Hall of Fame induction coming in 2016. Turn on the lights and let's turn it on for Game 4.
Two impressive men at the top of their profession.
And two impressive teams. Yep. Elite shooting from Davidson and top-level defense and intensity from Michigan State.
I think the biggest concern for Davidson is the physicality. And obviously, for Michigan State, see the ball and your man, or you're going to get back cut, drop-off passes, back doors, and a lot of activity.
So Michigan State out of the Big Ten. You got Davidson out of the Atlantic 10. The Wildcat starters from South Korea. You talked about young Jun Lee. Also Mananga out of New Zealand. Brajkovic, the conference player of the year out of Austria. Michael Jones from Minnesota. Loyer out of Clarkston, Michigan. We're ready to roll here in Greenville. And it belongs to the Spartans. Raft, you got one more in you?
I do. Should be fun, too. Davidson starts. Red Hill. Nice show and slip.
A weakness for Davidson. They give up a lot of three-pointers. Michigan State, a solid three-point shooting team.
Goodness. Look at Hoggard. Just like what we saw last Saturday in the conference semifinals.
A strong drive left on Loyer.
He gave it his all in a game against Purdue. Boilermakers beat him before Iowa took out Purdue in the championship game. And now Davidson at the other end. First time down the floor. Brajkovic has it taken out of bounds, and that's Bingham.
Marcus Bingham Jr., the leading shot blocker in the history of Michigan State. First play against the Atlantic 10 Conference Player of the Year. Should be a good matchup between those two.
They're really keying in on Loyer. Obviously the catch and shoot. He's very clever, uses screens, good with the bounce, finds some people.
It'll be Jones to inbound. They have just 7 to shoot.
He's got room.
That's Lee. And Hauser has it. Up ahead, the Spartans quickly move.
They run so many great things to get free for jump shots.
Off
nice
the mark, Brown.
He didn't come up with it. Christie was right there.
Gabe Brown, the leading scorer for the Spartans. Off on the 3.
And they're really trying to corral Loyer.
Bingham.
You see this length and athleticism defensively. Michigan State, nothing easy for Davidson.
I was watching Bingham trying to defend on Brajkovic and deny, and it's Loyer coming away with the rebound. Watch that matchup down to the post.
Don't give him room.
Loyer comes up short.
Haven't seen that much, that kind of miss from Loyer this season. Incredible play for him. Nerves maybe going against his old team.
I think they may know him also. They're practicing against him. They take some early hits, Jim. Bingham can make that shot. I think Tom would rather him inside a little bit more.
Second rebound for Loyer as he surveys the floor. Work it around the Lee.
Jones with a nice cut.
Pass off the backboard. And a sloppy play by the Wildcats. Off to a bumpy start. Here's Hauser. Brown. And Hauser got the feet set.
Got it. He's tough. Playing with a lot more confidence, I think, than earlier in the year. Catch it, shoot, drill it.
First 5 to Michigan State. 6th trip down the floor for the Wildcats. Still looking to score for the first time.
Nice use of the screen and a little slip in the goal. How about this?
There's Brankovic.
Oh, great patience inside by the big fella, but beautiful pass and delivery from Lawyer.
They could really embarrass you. Turn heads. A little nickel dimer.
From Brankovic down low. Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device. With NCAA March Madness Live, just scan the QR code now to download.
Bochi Edom coming in now. Does a pretty good job to pick up charges.
And Marble comes in for Bingham. Got some size on him.
5-second count, almost.
Close.
Got it out to Christie.
Christie's got a nice middle game, too.
Here's Walker on the floor. Working around to the corner. Three-point shot. It goes.
He is tough in either corner.
Gabe Brown.
They love that early drag screen. Huffman playing a lot more. Started at point quite a bit.
Played a lot when Lawyer was out.
Yeah, the injury
got his
to the
confidence
ankle.
playing good ball as of late.
Meninga over Hauser. He pulls it down. Spartans snap it up ahead.
Michigan State, they love to get out in transition. Transition defense a must for the Wildcats.
And they got plenty of time on the clock once they do, if they don't get a break.
Here's Marble. Flips it up. No. Pulled down by Meninga.
I think they got to get Meninga inside in the post.
I think Davidson's got to get a little more pace to their game now. Make Michigan State work a little bit on the D. Little dribble handoff, drop step.
Meninga from the corner. He's got a 3 for the Wildcats.
Doesn't take a lot of three-pointers. Went 4 for 4 from 3 against Richmond in their conference tournament. So right now, shooting the long ball with great confidence, Meninga.
That's only his 12th of the year, you're right. Nice help by Meninga.
Brown.
Nice pump.
Shakes off the defender. Has a chance at a second 3, and it's a foul call against Marble over the back. He gets in foul trouble quickly, as we saw last week.
Great drive. Find the open shooter, Meninga. Knocking down that three-pointer. Wildcats Spartan. Got a good one.
Next month, we head to the incomparable atmosphere at Augusta National for a tradition unlike any other. The Masters this April on CBS. And Michigan State will have a participant in the Masters for the first time. James Pyatt, the senior at Michigan State, the reigning United States amateur champion, will be playing at Augusta next month. We wish him well.
You know, Jim, you know, Bill and I, we're envious of you. I mean, you call the championship game on Monday.
Right.
And then
It's a good week.
it's a good week. And then fly the next day and you're...
And we never hear from him.
We don't hear from him again. You
Wait
know,
a
we
minute.
just see him on TV. That's it.
I think you both are going to come and take it in a little bit this year. I look forward to seeing you there.
Can't wait.
Now, do not lose your number. Do not worry about that.
Lee really good without the basketball as well. I think not a great three-point shooter. Loaded up on that earlier one. This is where I think he's much better. You got to stay at home because they dive and cut.
Upman on the drive. Nice move. You said, Grant, his confidence is soaring. And he got those games filling in for Lawyer. Saw it right there. Take it to the hole.
And shoot it, too. A nice little switch defensively.
Paul gets rid of it. They need him to be an X factor. Back of the rim.
Big rebound. There you go.
Never touched by Michigan State. That will go back to the Spartans. A turnover, trying to get it up court.
And Laura was trying to get back in that ball game, coerce the coach. Look for that pin down and lob. Pretty good defensive set right now.
Here's Hall. Driving in, and it's a charge. That's Bochi Yeadham who was able to draw it.
That's what he does best.
Good credit to Bochi Yeadham right there, sliding his feet. Able to get to the spot. It looked also like Hall pushed off with his off arm right there, but defending the multiple actions of Michigan State is a must, and that possession not bad by Davidson.
And Blue Devils taking a little peek at some of the action.
Lawyer back on the floor now. We run a lot more ball screens when he's involved.
Nice
curl.
Oh, Marble picks up his second as he lands on Watson. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, best Coke ever. Who's deciding these things? Maybe we just have to try it and see. Debate the goatness.
So Watson on the floor, great mid-range game. A lot of toughness in this kid.
How about that play right there? Almost like a...
They put three and they circle on it.
They circle.
On the foul line, yeah.
Great cut.
Always busy, though. Nice curl for Lee.
Lee unable to finish the shot.
Where they test you every trip.
Michigan State scoreless the last 3 minutes. Lee has missed his first three from the field.
Grant, you were saying off air they'd send one to the glass. Everybody gets back, right?
We know the scouting report.
Bingham takes the jumper. And it's all Davidson underneath.
As you talk about Davidson, very patient. They'll use the entire shot clock. Work their offense. Have to be disciplined if you're the Spartans defending against this action.
Little duck in. Nice play by Bingham.
Out with it is Hall. To Walker, who launches. Bingham with the tap.
That size wins out. Lawyer trying to check him out. Anytime you got a big at the rim, jack that baby up.
That 7-footer. Able to get the bucket. Breaks a 340 stretch for them from the floor. Brajkovic. Here's Watson. With the three.
I said mid-range.
He's 6 for 37 on threes this season, and 1 for his last 15. He steps up and makes a big shot right there.
Big moment.
Picked up some confidence himself with some fine play in the Atlantic 10 tournament. So Des Watson ties the game.
Got a little bit of a hook too in here.
Push off.
Number 2.
Yeah, 2 on Brajkovic.
Oh, that hurts. So meaningful on the other end of the floor. Doesn't have to score even.
And that's where Izzo wants Bingham inside, putting pressure on the defense. Drawing fouls. He had a great performance there in that Big Ten tournament.
Send Brajkovic to the bench. Again, the conference player of the year. Bochi Yeadham comes back in. Ananga as well.
Nice duck in. Bingham had him, didn't find him. Hogarth's got to go, I think. He can, I think, manhandle in a sense, Lawyer.
There he is, using that power and strength.
He's the one guy that can go get a basket.
Right. And they've been looking for that all year. They love to screen and curl. The screener gets free, generally speaking.
Here's Lawyer. To the other side. Ananga got past Bingham.
And nobody at home, and Bingham should have just let him go. Hall not in the area, Brown not in the area. Not a good concept defensively. And not that style that Tom's accustomed to. But nobody home in here. It's like.
But it was a fantastic ball fake. A deliberate shot fake. Got Bingham to move a little bit. One dribble at the rim. Great move.
First on Bingham.
Got some shoulders on him.
Yeah.
Big, strong kid.
6'9" sophomore out of Auckland, New Zealand. Came through the NBA Global Academy. That's where Coach McKillop first spotted him. Same kind of way he found also Lee.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a follow-up. And yes, Bochi Yeadham able to pick up the loose change and convert. First lead for the Wildcats.
But they really stretch out too with a nice hand in the dribble lane.
Hauser. Back out to Hauser. He's hit one. Give him two.
You can't leave him. Then he had too much ground to cover. 5 feet away. Not a good closeout.
Hauser 2 for 2 from three-point land.
Ooh.
Another pass sails out of the hands of Jones. So a little lead change back and forth. Hauser puts the Spartans back up by a point.
Welcome back to Greenville, Coach. I can see that you want to get into that huddle. What is going to be the message there?
Well, free throw cutout cost us the game last year, so I'm a little partial about free throw cutouts, but I think we've done a pretty good job. We just taken too many threes, and we got to do a little better job on the cutouts.
Thanks a lot.
You saw it, 75 NCAA tournament games. You know, they had Sunday off after losing the semifinals, and you got all the bracketologists that are out there. And there were a few that actually kind of saw maybe this was a possible matchup, but we talked to Max Carey, the sports information director of Michigan State. He said Tom was calling him on Sunday and said, hey, give me as much information as you can in advance about Davidson. I'm going to jump on them. I think we might see them.
He was right. And boy,
right.
You can see them, but until you play them, you won't realize how hard they are to play against.
Got 4 or 5 hours before the selection show to start studying them.
Nice split. Should have shot it. Always in the right spot, this team, Davidson.
Hauser driving to the basket for 2 more.
And I said it last week. He reminds me of a Big Ten legend, Andre Miller at Wisconsin. Just a strong guard who loves to do damage in the paint. Gets there with ease.
A little back screen and a pop, and then down to a little Merkers play.
Running that flex action right now.
Same thing.
Up and that's 2 times now he's done that.
But he can shoot it, so you got to hug him. Alert move.
Got past Akins. That's going to be a charge on Hauser.
I don't know about that one. Huffman doing whatever he can.
Yeah, great defense right here. Huffman getting it done on both ends. And
what do you think? I don't know. I don't think he got position initially or later.
I made a mistake earlier. Miller played at Utah.
Yeah,
not
that's
Wisconsin.
Right. Yeah.
Rick Majerus.
Rick Majerus, right.
I forget that.
Helped take that Utah team to the Final Four in '98.
As they did.
Rick always ran into Kentucky somewhere along the line in those days.
That year was in the championship. Utah led up by 10 at halftime, and the comeback Cats could not be denied. As Paul comes out with it for Michigan State.
Pretty good vision defensively.
Hauser
doesn't mind backing in.
On Jones. He wants it, sets it up. Beautifully done. How you draw it up.
Great patience right there. You know, Michigan State, they're bigs. They love to go to the middle. They very rarely go baseline.
Spin out. Taking advantage of matchups.
Lee gives it right back. Bochi Yeadham misses the lay-in.
Oh, what a beautiful play.
It's all set up. Brown goes back to Hauser. In the paint, stuck. Ooh. Stolen. Huffman.
He had Hauser looming outside.
Lee. Got a shot to drop. Beauty.
He doesn't need much space at all.
Very active without the basketball. Sets his game up.
First basket of the game. Young June Lee. Averages 16 a game. Now defending here on Brown. It's Hull.
Good hands.
Deflected. Yes, Davidson.
Twice Huffman making plays, active hands defensively, causing turnovers.
Boyer driving in.
Hopefully he's okay. Goodness, he is hard.
Quickly.
Got 5-on-4 if they want it. Nice.
That's Huffman again.
How about that kid?
Who envisioned greatness today Tune in to Inside March Madness presented by Buick and find out. You're not kidding. Grant Huffman, sophomore from Aurora, Ohio, has made some plays at both ends.
Well, Jim, aside from his great name, I mean, just getting it done defensively. Block shot,
You mean Huffman?
a deflection, and of course a steal. Consecutive possessions here defensively for him.
Got 2 steals. He's 2 for 2 from the floor.
You won't play against a more fundamentally sound basketball team than Davidson. Look at those the footwork's exceptional.
Walker.
Pass.
Brown. Gabe Brown.
What a nice find. Jones sneaking a peek, paid.
Michigan State 4 out of 10 from 3.
He's been driving better of late. He loves that. Look at this step through. Old-fashioned music.
Yeah.
How about that?
Using that pivot foot. Spun right around the defender.
Brajkovic out right now. The floor is spread, so the middle wide open.
Bingham. Meninga on him. Bingham. Off the glass, banks it home. He's had some big outputs here lately.
He's stepping his game up, you're right.
19 last week against Wisconsin in the quarterfinals. There's Jones. Quick trigger.
That's not like that, really.
Christie.
They like this matchup right here. Hauser backing down, very patient.
Already done this once.
There's a spin out. Nice little counter.
I do think if he's going to take 4 dribbles backing down, there's got to be
Somebody's
some
got
help.
to right. Great. The help.
10 for Hauser now. Lawyer.
Don't let him get going. He's great without the ball, as all shooters are. All-State 4 years in a row at Clarkson. Amazing.
Here's Bingham.
Nice.
Going away. That was forced by Jones. It was a tough pass. Jones saw it coming. Huffman driving in, kicking it back out. Meninga, he hit one from the corner. He's done it again.
He likes that spot.
He's got all day. You're right. That's his baby. Left corner.
But you said no record of that as the season numbers prove out.
Playing with a lot of confidence.
Hot hand tonight.
They got that mismatch again with Hauser, but he ran out.
Brown.
Tough shot. A little 8-footer.
Push shot from 8 feet.
Both teams shooting over 50%. Been a long stretch without a whistle. Under 6 now. Still waiting for the under 8 break.
Just love their activity on the offensive end. Screen, rescreen, give backs.
Jones driving on Hauser, draws the foul. He'll shoot 2 out of the timeout.
Smart play right there. Swinging his arms into the defender. It's tied up. The team's getting after it.
Tracy caught up with Coach McKillop a moment ago.
Coach, you guys are shooting over 50%. Ball movement, shot selection. You said that was going to be a key. What do you like what you've seen from your team?
I love the ball movement. I love the shot selection. A couple of home run passes. I love singles. Ichiro, I love Ichiro, the guy from the Mariners. We got to hit more singles.
Thanks a lot.
Just give him some singles. You saw 3 tournament wins, that 08 run. My gosh, that was something special. Made it all the way to the regional final. Had a pretty good player on that team, too.
What's he doing now, that kid?
I haven't heard from him in years. Steph, we know you're watching.
We have said it. He's just a master coach. Kids respond to him. It's a clinic watching either walkthroughs, practices, or games.
We know Stephen Curry and Draymond Green are watching right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, they might have a little
hot dog on the game?
Yeah, exactly. Got the second one. And a sub coming in for Davidson. That's again Nelson Bochi-Yeadam. Now Michigan State's bench has been productive. That's been part of their story. Very balanced scoring. They don't have one guy that really goes off at any time. Brown, the leading scorer, average just 11. They've outscored, their bench has outscored their opponent the last 15 games, but tonight it's 9 points Davidson's bench, none so far for the Spartans.
Just a little wrinkle presser, making sure you use a lot of clock. Some big changes in the lineup here.
And Brooks on the floor for Michigan State as Hall tries the turnaround. Rebound. And coming out with it. It looked like for a moment that Akins would have it for Michigan State. And that's going to be called on Walker. Bumped him with the body. Can the world's most advanced super soldier save Earth from the Covenant? Find out in the new original series, Halo. Streaming March 24th exclusively on Paramount Plus.
I thought it was my time there. I thought I was passing.
Yeah. You're still here, thankfully.
You can have my notes.
Can't read them.
That's 2 for Lawyer. Watson returning for Davidson.
I love this little wrinkle, though. Full court pressure, not trying to steal it.
We've talked so much about Bob McKillop and his offensive play of his team, but I've been impressed with the defense. Locked in, trusting each other, making the offense for Michigan State difficult.
Davidson on an 8-0 run to lead by 3. Walker.
They do a nice job filling at the top.
Brooks. Pass all the way out to Akins near midcourt. And outside, the call is against Lee.
Now you mentioned the NBA Academy. Our old pal Kim Bahuni runs the International. Greg Colucci, his dad played at Providence. He's part of that team, and they've just expanded the game itself worldwide.
Kim has done a great job.
Christie over Lee. Tough shot.
First good look he's had, and somebody got hurt. Let's see.
Banged up there, but you're right. Christie's so good in that mid-range. A lot of talent. Like to see him be a little bit more aggressive. Think he has a lot of game.
I think Tom would agree with you, too.
Just a freshman. Big things coming for him. So that ends the 8-point run. Lawyer's pass deflected. Bochi Yeadham, though.
Gotta finish that.
And threw it off the glass.
Nice shot with the roll.
Akins.
Nice
putback. Brooks, no, they say.
Oh, man.
Wow, how do you?
I think that, I mean, went in and tipped it. Obviously, Lawyer trying to block him out. With Brooks on the glass right here. I think you call that an and one.
They rule it was before the shot, so no basket. Great effort.
I think he was holding the Lawyer down is probably what they saw before he elevated.
I think you're right.
So Brooks, who got a couple of minutes on the floor, got that basket waved off that could have very well counted. Replaced by Hauser.
Ducked in on the box. Yeadham is doing a really nice job defensively in the lane.
Walker.
Again, the tap out still 5 on the clock.
That never touched the rim. Walker realizes it now. That's a 2-point shot and beats the clock and puts the Spartans up by a point.
A healthy Walker.
Meninga.
Likes to get to that left hand.
He does.
With his right shoulder.
Nice counter, though. Just couldn't finish. Like the move.
Back to Hauser. He's been backing in defenders. Worked a couple of times from this very side. Bochi Yeadham stop him. No, he can't.
How about that? Boy, you know what Tom is doing. He's just going to bang it into the big fella.
You don't see Hauser having the physical advantage like that in the Big Ten.
Generally, you're right.
Last 6 to the Spartans.
Down low, he is having his way on that low block, giving the Spartans some life.
You can get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. Both teams shooting 50%, both teams with 4 made threes, and both teams with 5 turnovers.
Davidson really hanging tough. You know, Lawyer not really giving him a big punch. Lee not as big a punch as you'd expect.
Well, Lee likes to think he models his game after Klay Thompson, the big Warriors fan. So when it came time to decide where he wanted to play in America, he was down to, coincidentally, Davidson and Washington State.
Oh, wow.
He had Curry and Clay's alma maters. He went Davidson.
Really is a Warriors fan.
They've done a great job on Lawyer. Oh, don't leave him alone.
Here he is, losing it on the way in, got it back. And Bingham says, get that out of here.
Give it up.
Brown. He does, to the corner to Christie.
I think if Bingham had, if he'd given it up earlier, he got a layup.
That go right to the rim. I know that's the new fashion in basketball, but take that deuce. They do a nice job of slipping, dribble exchange.
Lawyer, that would have tied it.
No wonder on him.
Hogard, after a pretty good break on the bench, should be fresh.
Hogard's so good attacking here off the bounce.
See if they get Hooker going to the rim again. They're going to ride this one.
Yeah, it's worked.
Now they're double team.
Now they adjust and they switch off.
Short clock.
2 to shoot. Hogard. Bingham. He'll get there in time. The heel never touched. He was close. Straddling the line.
Well, those 50-50s you got to get against Davidson.
Christie leaps to save that one. Now we'll fire it.
Nice closeout by Lee.
Davidson without a basket for over 5 minutes.
And they're still right there, Jim.
Yep.
Boy, they have really done a great scouting report on Lawyer. And Lee, for that matter.
They've had to go since the 12-minute mark without their Conference Player of the Year. Brajkovic sitting with the 2 fouls.
They don't know the clock.
Meninga better look up in time. Shot clock violation.
And that was an incredible exchange defensively for Michigan State. Bob McKillop in disbelief.
Timeout on the floor with 51 seconds to go in the half. Whoa, what a shot that was to seal it as LSU got back into it. Now the ACC and the Big 12, 10-1 combined. Only Virginia Tech has been knocked out. By the way, while we were away, Davidson has been awarded the basketball because remember, they were calling a shot clock violation. They thought the ball had not touched the rim. The shot was away in time, but it grazed the front of the rim. Let's bring in Gene Steratore. Looks like the right call here, Gene.
It is, Jim. And then the other thing I think it's well noted is Davidson gets the rebound right away. And as soon as the official was signaling shot clock violation, Davidson has firm possession of the basketball. So we don't have a loose ball where we'd go to the alternating possession arrow. They can award Davidson the ball because they had possession when that whistle was blown.
Yeah, they called it an inadvertent whistle, Gene. Tom doesn't believe it.
Exactly. That's the harder part of the play right there, is having the discussion with Coach Izzo, Raf.
You see it's out of the hand just in time.
From experience, you know that.
Gene knows.
Thank you, Gene.
Yes,
back
sir.
to Meninga. Stuck for a moment there as 2 Spartans forced him away from the basket. Working on Hauser. Wants it. Gets it.
Loves to get back to that left hand.
Well, he knew he had the counter, so he had him under control, Hauser.
First bucket in almost 6 minutes for Davidson. We're down to 25 seconds to go in the half.
No timeout, I think.
Been tight throughout. Spartans set something up here before the intermission. Coming up, AT&T at the half, scores and highlights. The latest NCAA tournament news coming up on AT&T at the half.
Wonder what they're going to call right here. I thought in that Big Ten tournament, Michigan State has success with that high screen and roll, getting Hauser going downhill into the paint.
I'm looking for like maybe a little. I was looking for a high-low too. Hauser came outside.
Davidson has only 4 team fouls, so they can use one here if they want.
Turnover. Well, he got it back. A little bit of a zone look.
Hauser with 5 to shoot, driving into the paint. Oh, and there's a whistle on the way up.
He has really done a good job going left, getting to the rim, getting some contact.
It's like he seeks the contact. A lot of players try to avoid it. His big frame, he's going trying to get contact. Smart play there by Hauser.
Still plenty of time. Excuse me, Jim.
First free throws of the game for Michigan State coming up.
Guarding without fouling. Such an art. The lawyer back on the floor now. This kid is tough in this situation. A little drag screen for him, maybe.
Aikens in for Michigan State.
We'll get him off a rub. We got Huffman on the floor, can run the offense too.
Second one for Hauser, also off the mark. Tapped out, Lawyer has it. Davidson. Score here, can have the lead at halftime. 2 seconds to shoot. Wraparound pass not there. And it's out of bounds, and the half has arrived with Michigan State up by a point.
They're both teams so solid defensively, aren't they?
They really are. Getting after it, reading the scouting report. Great competition on both sides.
I think you said it right during the break, guys. Doesn't look like either team might pull away from the other.
Yep. 2 well-prepared teams.
And Tracy, you've got it.
Coach, just a tight one, back and forth. What needs to happen in the second half to maybe get some separation?
Well, I thought we did a poor job defending when they went small. You know, when they went small, they drove our bigs a little bit. We didn't do a very good job. I didn't do a very good job. We should have maybe substituted a little bit. I thought we've had some decent shots, and then we're driving it a little bit too much, not coming down on 2 feet. They're pretty good at rallying to the ball. We got to change that.
Thanks a lot.
You saw they have not lost when leading at halftime this year, but it's a slim lead. Here at halftime, 33. Here's a halftime coming up. AT&T at the half, 32-31. Spartans lead it. We'll send it to AT&T at the half after these messages. Here's a look at the LG first half stats, and the numbers are so similar, except for bench points. The Wildcats a 9-2 advantage. And don't forget, they went the last 12 minutes of that first half with Luka Brajkovic on the bench with 2 fouls.
Yeah, the best player, conference player of the year, and Michigan State as well. No fast break points. How about that for a Michigan State team that thrives in transition?
And I would be concerned, Michigan State, they have lapses where they don't score or who to go with. They're always prime, but Davidson just tough to defend.
Let's go over to Tracy.
Jim, I spoke with Bob McKillop, and he said this one comes down to defensively, no second chance points. They need to do a better job boxing out and disrupt at the post. Offensively, you guys mentioned it. Luka needs to get more involved, take advantage inside, and they want to free up Foster. He must be a part of this second half, guys.
Brajkovic averages 14 points and 9 rebounds. So again, so limited in that first half. Had just 1 bucket for 2, no rebounds. But he'll be on the floor to start things, and the Wildcats will be inbounding.
To Tracy's point, too, tendency to relax. Now, Michigan State's done a good job on Lawyer. This kid is great without the ball, good with the bounce and the 3. Got to concentrate.
See if they go to Brajkovic right away to try to get him involved.
And they are. Nice denial.
Yep, denied by Bingham.
Didn't get a good angle. 1 dribble down, entry pass, they got a deuce. Ogren early in the game would drive on Lawyer using his physical presence.
Christie.
Good pass.
What a pass. Oh, nice block from behind.
That was Meninga from behind. Shot clock still going. Back to Bingham down low, working on the 2 fouls. That one off the mark. Hauser and a bunch of bodies in there. Foul call goes against Jones of Davidson.
Turn in the corner, great wraparound pass. And from behind, Meninga's able to get that block.
Meninga led them in scoring in that first half with 10. And tied high in rebounds with 4.
Stuck those corner threes. They got a hold here. Meninga.
Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, streaming device. NCAA March Madness live. Scan the QR code now to download. Been a long possession at this end of the floor with 2 fouls called on the Wildcats.
Ooh. Got the team to post.
10 to shoot. Hauser gives it up. Brown. He'll take it. Oh, that rattled out. Bingham.
Rebound.
Offensive glass. Put back. Yes.
Oh, he's been a factor in there.
Like three offensive boards on that possession. Phillip talked about controlling the glass, not getting it done there.
Outside, Meninga got another 3.
How about this kid?
Woo, what a
Who
stroke
said he
tonight.
couldn't make those?
3 for 3 from out there. Hauser got past Meninga. There was no help.
He's been solid.
He really has. He's doing
Best
it all.
I've seen Joe play.
Posting, driving, shooting threes.
14 leading the Spartans. Second highest point total is 6 by Hogard, Bingham, and Brown.
Brown right there on Lee, not giving him any space.
And they give him an extra bump. Lee. I love that setup. He's going to the right-hand defense on his left. Clean look.
2 out of 7 from the floor.
Tom's got Brigham just posting up.
Brown. That's a 3.
Really not a good trip. Lawyer hasn't forced it at all. Playing within himself. Trying to get others, and there's the lob.
Brajkovic away from the basket. Wants to challenge Bingham. Wants it. He only has 1 basket so far. Make it 2 and a foul.
He's so clever, isn't he?
Yeah, it's like Bingham's hand got caught in the cookie jar there.
A little old-time religion here. Boy, just a spin out. You're right. Now, can't call a hook and hold on it, but what a clever maneuver at the rim. He's not going to out-jump you, but he can outthink you.
Asked Coach McKillop, how did you recruit Brajkovic? Out of Feldkirch, Austria, said, well, I took a Friday night flight to Zurich, got in the car, went over, saw the family, had a meal with them, got back in the car to Zurich, flew home. Got it done.
A quick trip.
Got some good freaking flyer miles.
Yes, that's for sure. Oh, and a slap.
Oh, an offense on the pin down.
I actually thought Bingham screened Brown on that, his own man. Oh, no, definitely got a moving screen.
Got a movement.
Saw Brown slip right there. We've seen that happen a couple times here tonight.
Saw again some slippage at that end of the floor in the first game tonight. Even Coach K in his interview with Tracy was talking about the ice, the hockey team that plays in this arena underneath the floor, maybe a compensation issue. That was the 3rd foul on Bingham, by the way, so that was big. Brajkovic now has Marble behind him, and he's able to score again. 2 straight trips down the floor.
He's so good at making feels the defender and able to roll off with the nice touch inside by Brajkovic.
Looking to help down there. Hauser gets a good look.
And he nails it to tie it at 39.
Can't leave him.
No, not at all. He's got a smile, too. Ride the big guy. Get him some touch. They're going to screen and let him roll again. He gets right to the rim. Ooh, he didn't see it.
Jones flips it up and in.
Kid's got some game, too. Plays with a lot of confidence. Unusual delivery. A little bit of a floater on his jumper.
Marble inside.
Brajkovic on him.
Nice help.
Ball deflected. Lawyer tried to save it. It's Hauser with the baseliner.
He's every place.
And he has not missed a field goal tonight.
How about that? 8 for 8. You're right, Grant. And he's got 19 of their 41, including 7 here in the first 4 minutes of the second half.
I'd be smiling too.
Why not? Brankovic is such a good screener, gets himself free. I think you got to help on this kid down here.
Brankovic.
Look at this.
Scores again.
And think about it, Michigan State, they've seen a lot of bigs in the Big Ten Conference.
Not this clever, though.
Not this crafty inside like Brankovic.
Wildcats by 2. Hauser, skip pass, baseline. Walker goes the other side, and the game tied again at 43.
Yeah, nice freeze. Boche Needham.
Good action here in the last 2 minutes.
I think you got to go right back inside to Brankovic.
They got it set up. They got it set up.
That's Jones.
He was free.
Oh, and Michigan State, it bounces right off the head of Marble. We got the under 16 timeout. Went all the way down to 14 and change. Oh, it's been a good one. The nightcap here in Greenville, tied at 43. Winner faces Duke Sunday. All right, what a performance has been by Joey Hauser. A season high 19.
And everything he throws up is going in. Started off from downtown. Then later on in the post, muscling the defense. Efficient. And right now getting a break right now for the Spartans. But his play tonight, 19 points, was getting double teamed out there. I'm not sure he's been double teamed much at all this season.
Not at all. Mike Garland there talking to the players on the bench, long-time assistant. This is where he's gotten better.
Lee knew he'd lost it on the way.
Another slippage.
Brown comes flying in.
First time in my memory.
Actually ran to the hoop, not the three-point line.
Sprint. Gotta ride the big guy, Brankovic. Good job fronting.
Warrior finds a seam.
Ooh, they got a foul? Yep.
That movement, like a double drag screen right there. Lawyer got him on his back and down the lane, drawing the foul.
Foul on Walker. Here it is.
He's had to work hard for everything.
So I'm going to give you guys something that, I don't know, it maybe has never happened. But of course, again, transferring from Michigan State, where he was the team captain for Michigan State, and now the team captain for Davidson. Now, has that ever happened in the history of the NCAA tournament? Captain for both programs that are meeting in an NCAA tournament game.
I would say no,
Can't be.
but knowing that kid, I understand why
Yep.
he is the captain of both places. Unbelievable free throw shooter, 93.
Number one in the nation.
Yeah.
You know, he once made 119 straight free throws at Clarkston High School in competition.
Amazing.
119.
I think he's only missed 14 for his entire career in college.
Huffman now, who gave them good minutes in that first half, is on the floor for Lawyer.
Key time now. Who do you go to? The starters on the bench.
Marble. Floater off the glass.
A nice pass by Brown. Two empty side action.
Gone away from Brankovic down low.
They give it back to him. Good job by Marble extricating him.
Booting him out there,
Yeah.
catching it 15 feet from the basket.
A lot of contact. Now, trying to work on Marble.
Oh, they got that small change.
Did the third on Marble. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, best Coke ever. Who's deciding these things? Maybe we just have to try it and see. Debate the goatness.
Davidson, they recruit kids who can play for him. Chris Logan played at Holy Cross, an old friend of mine. His son is coming here. Sean Logan would fit right in with this team. The style, they know what they want to do, who they want to do it with.
And offensively, more of a slow burn as opposed to quick hitters, but fun to watch them execute.
It's tipped out.
Hauser's got the assignment now.
3 fouls on Bingham, 3 on Marble.
It's tough. You can't really double team Brajkovic. He's a great passer with the shooters they have out here.
And they cut beautifully, too, if you sneak a peek.
Trying to get it to Brajkovic. Pass flipped over to Huffman.
He can shoot.
Three-pointer. Pulled down by Hauser.
Ooh, somebody down.
Hall.
Yeah.
Ground hard.
He's still on the ground.
Yeah, it is Hall in pain at the other end.
And Hauser was ready to catch and shoot that one, too.
Caught up there.
Ooh.
Recoiled.
You can feel it over here when he hit the ground.
This is not good.
Ooh. Feel that tomorrow.
Question is, how's he feeling right now?
And Tom's doing a nice job rotating the bigs, too. With Bingham with some fouls here and there. And all as well. Marble and Hauser.
He just told Tracy, reporting that he told Coach Izzo, I'm fine, pretty amazing, gonna stay out there. Michigan State has hit its last 5 shots from the field.
Nice pass.
Here he is, after hitting his head, he hits the shot.
Listen, the coach, listen.
Told you he's fine.
Interesting management. Hauser here. He's doing a pretty good job denying.
Huffman out to Meninga. Not this time. First time he's missed in this game from outside.
Watch Hauser early here.
Hauser steps up, plants the feet.
Boy, he could have taken another dribble. Nobody was covered.
He's done a good job in the post on Brajkovic because he's doing his work early on the defensive end.
That's his first miss from the field in this game. Now 8 of 9.
And they switch now.
Lee got a good look here. Drains it.
Kept active. Made himself available.
8 now for Lee. There's his mother celebrating. She was on the '84 Olympic team for South Korea that won silver medal in the Olympics. Hauser. Baseline cut off. Akins comes in, cradles it.
Oh,
this is on the dunk.
Make a layup. Just lay it in there.
It was all there.
Yeah.
Not going to be contested. Huffman follows up. No. Had a chance to put the Wildcats ahead.
A little double drag here.
Hauser goes outside to Walker. That's long. Jones chases it down.
Talk about the lulls on offense at Michigan State. They have that right now.
Guys bending over, a little bit tired now. You got to reach back defensively if you're Michigan State. Hauser again, nice duck hit.
Hauser behind him. Brajkovic banks it in.
It's amazing. Doesn't have to elevate. Uses that derriere to control the opponent. Big time delivery kiss.
5-0 run by Davidson to regain the lead. 11 points, 9 rebounds for Brajkovic. Really almost all that damage here in the second half.
Boy, nothing going right here. Open middle, got to drive it.
Hauser swings it to the corner to Hall. Beats the shot clock, fails on the 3.
You got to go back inside. I know it's said that a bunch of times here, but so efficient down low. Brajkovic.
They got the switch they want though. Nice recovery. Tired, you have a lapse in your coverage.
5 to shoot. Brajkovic needs help. He'll take it from way outside. 2-point shot.
And he faked the dribble handoff right there and created some separation. He is feeling it right now for the Wildcats.
And this is what they didn't have, his presence in that first half. 7-0 run by the Wildcats and a timeout call by the Spartans. Here's a look at the Capital One rewarding performance.
The guys, Luka Brajkovic sat the first half most with foul trouble, but his ability to feel the defense, spin off of him, great touch inside, kind of unorthodox, and he got it going. And so able to step out, knock it down from downtown and putting his team on his back, getting a little breather right now, but you know he'll be back in soon for his ball club.
It reminds me a little bit of Kevin McHale with his move, but also against St. Louis, he actually threw the ball on the glass and tracked it down in their tournament. I mean, he's so clever around that rim.
It's a game we've had 10 ties and 7 lead changes. As Hall, quite an effort to get that shot away. And we got another timeout on the floor. It's been a well-played game. Each team with 10 assists and only 6 turnovers. And Tracy, we saw you shadowing Coach Izzo's huddle. What did you hear?
Well, Tom Izzo frustrated with the mistakes. The turnover under the basket earlier, the Akins missed dunk when he said he could have just laid it up. Izzo saying those are game-winning plays. We saw A.J. Hogard back in now. After he sat for a while, he was getting an earful from Izzo on an earlier timeout, and that's why he sat, and we'll see if he can answer the challenge and help this Michigan State team here.
All right, Tracy. And so they also bring in Pierre Brooks, who saw a couple of minutes of action in that first half. Here's Lawyer over Hogard.
Right on him. He hasn't any opportunity. But up this little stack look down went to a high-low.
They've gone scoreless now for 4 minutes. Bingham needs help.
They got Hauser.
He's been the guy for them. Good pass.
Christie, long.
Out to Lawyer. Got 3 on 2. Oh, Watson unable to hold it. Now we'll settle in. Set up the half-court game. His 3-point lead matching their largest of the game.
Be careful with Watson. He really is a terrific mid-range guy, too.
Huffman.
Look at this.
Comes through and short with the layup. Made a nice move to the basket between 2 defenders.
Sure did.
Back out to Bingham.
Excellent defense for Davidson.
Brooks to Hauser. Hauser missed his last 2.
A little short. Yep. Last couple jump shots.
Michigan State's gone over 5 minutes without a point. 7-0 run. Could it be more? Watson, no. This is the reverse layup.
Got to get Bingham going a little bit here, I think. Something inside. Nice split.
Hogard has it underneath and banks it in to end the drought.
I think he can do that every possession. Be aggressive, attack, get to the paint. Does it with ease.
5.5 minutes spell without scoring comes to an end. Michigan State down 1.
Little X off the high post. Now back screen.
Inside 7 minutes. Dump it down low. Menenga and 1.
What a great look and slip. Whew. Lawyer playing under control, not forcing the issue. How pretty is this? Go to the hole, finish big time. Whew. That ain't tough to play.
After all the games are over, Nabil Kareem, Seth Davis, Candace Parker, and Frank Martin on Inside March Madness, presented by Buick, later tonight, only on True TV. Coach McKillop, 71 years old. What a program he's built. He'll be the first to tell you Terry Holland was just a great supporter of him, brought him to Davidson. They honored Coach Holland this year, as well as Lefty Drizel. A special ceremony, and of course Terry Holland, a longtime Virginia coach, a Davidson man who played there, coached there, and was one time the chair of the NCAA basketball committee.
Great guy.
Great man.
Standing coach. And they come up with it.
Brajkovic
Look
with
at
the
this kid.
putback.
Just on the floor. Doesn't have to elevate. Look at almost the steal. Up and opens it up, though.
Biggest lead for the Wildcats. Hogard drives in and answers quickly.
And Grant's right. I mean, he can overpower a lot of people.
6.5 remaining.
Bingham's got the task inside. Lee very active.
Hoffman.
Look how quick this kid, a nice dump back.
Brankovic was going up for the dunk, and he got hit.
What a nice play. They curl around, slip. Nice pass on the money. This is just pretty basketball.
Third foul on Hauser.
So much attention to Lee right there. Just a beautiful drop off, and the offense finding its rhythm here late for Davidson.
Yeah, the second half of this old school low post game of Brankovic has been a difference maker. Got one more coming as Marble returns to the floor with 3 fouls. We'll give Bingham a break for a moment to the bench with his 3. Missed them both.
Yeah, 64%. You would think it's higher with that stroke.
Hogard. Hauser. Back on the money.
Under duress, too. Great concentration. Extra ball movement.
22 again, establishing a new season high. Spartans had missed 5 straight from three-point land before that one.
A worker on Lee. He'll be able to elevate over him if he gets a touch. Brankovic hasn't really been active.
Meninga in the paint, up high with it, and it bounces out, and the long rebound out to Walker. Michigan State pushing it ahead. Hogard loves to move like this. Outside, Gabe Brown knocks it down for the lead.
And it's been Hogard. Penetration, getting to the paint. He scored on one. The last 2 possessions led to 3-pointers. Hogard making a difference with this play.
An 8-0 run in the last minute and a half, and a timeout coming here for Davidson. 8-0 run.
And to your point, Hogard, big time attack, the lefty delivery, big time, honey. That on deep.
You want the best coverage of the big dance? Go to CBS Sports HQ. Catch tournament highlights, previews, reviews, picks, recaps. The free 24/7 Sports News Network. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today.
No question, when Hogard's on top of his game, is a different look. Just so solid, excuse me.
Lee gets it inbounds to Meninga.
Marble into play. Brankovic now. Nice double to set it up.
Lay away from the basket. Gives it up. Lee with 5 to shoot. Outside.
Gotta shoot it.
Lee short.
Great defensive possession there by State.
Here goes Hogard again.
Here goes Brown again. Not this time. Again, the intensity picking up on the Michigan State side. This 8-0 run to come back from 5 down.
And Marble being a little more physical with Brankovic too, fronting him.
Again, deep into the shot clock. Lee gonna have to force one again, and it gets knocked out of his hands. And they'll say shot clock violation.
And 2 possessions in a row where they have really turned the screws defensively. Michigan State up in the intensity. Tom Izzo still not happy over there on the bench.
I don't think he wanted that quick jumper the last trip.
Good point.
Under 4.
Hogard, they screen and pop him. Got to stay home on the wings on a penetration.
Hogard. Now they've got 5 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Drives, puts it up. What a shot!
What a game! Ooh, he's possessed. A runner.
Now you saw it evolving last week in Indianapolis at the Big Ten tournament for Hogard. It's carried over to the tournament.
Brown's done a really good job on Lee too.
Jones.
Funny,
was that big?
How about that knuckleball delivery? With confidence.
Ball didn't rotate at all.
Not unbelievable
at all.
2-point game. Spartans with the lead.
Double drag has been successful for Michigan State.
To Marble. Looking on Brajkovic. Goes to the other side. Count the basket.
Well, they've found some options now, haven't they?
Their offense is flowing. Just a beautiful drop step. Nice ball fake. Froze the defender. And Michigan State rolling here with their defense.
Yeah, we're on the road to New Orleans. What a game to close out an exciting day of basketball in Greenville, South Carolina. The second round begins tomorrow at noon Eastern on CBS with North Carolina and the 1-seed Baylor. At 5 p.m. Eastern time, TNT has the NCAA Nissan Tip-Off Show. 8 games across CBS, TNT, and TBS over 12 hours tomorrow. Now Marble will come to the line to try to complete a 3-point play. Spartans have not picked up a point at the line in this game. They've only had 2 attempts, over 2.
He's done a great job on defensive end on Brajkovic, fronting him and being physical with him.
I think Davidson's got to get Brajkovic in movement. Maybe a pin down with Lee. Play some 2-man action on the weak side.
They love that horn set with a ball screen and then a hit and follow. I wonder if they'll go to that.
Michigan State played good defense without fouling. Next foul puts Davidson on the free throw line.
13-3 stretch for the Spartans.
There's the ball and slip.
Short, way short. Lawyer saw it. He ran to the spot. He got blocked. That was Marble.
Marvelous reaction.
This double high screen been so successful here. Michigan State.
Brajkovic way outside. Here's Hauser. Hauser jumper rattles out. Brajkovic drops down to get the rebound.
Got to go with a good challenge. Got to go through Brajkovic, number 35.
Lawyer will take a 3, and it bounces over Michigan State basketball.
A tough shot moving to his left with the Walker on that right hand. Very tough release. Maybe should have penetrated a little bit more.
Still a lot of time.
Oh,
Davidson
yeah.
can still run their offense, be patient and deliberate. You don't need quick hitters here. You just need good high percentage shots at the basket.
Hogarth brought intensity and leadership to the Spartans here tonight, especially in the late going. That's a reach in on Huffman.
It's like he flipped the switch.
Yeah.
Decided, okay, I'm going to take over and make a difference here. And the difference he's made.
Only the 4th team foul on Davidson. As Hall replaces Marble.
I don't think that was strategy because Bamberger was a little bit upset with giving that foul, even though he had fouls to give. Get it to Hogarth.
Inside 2 minutes. Walker. Pass knocked out with 8 to shoot.
Pretty good hesitation there.
Looking for Brown in the corner there. Short clock. They'll lob it into Hogarth. I wonder if he'll try to take Huffman off the bounce.
There it is. That's the way out to retrieve it. Now he'll drive and a foul on Huffman. That's, again, just the 5th on Davidson. Inbound on the side.
And Jim, it was great deployment. Inbound, everybody goes left. Open up that right side for a power attack.
Michigan State's turned it over only 1 time in this second half.
That's been an Achilles heel for them. A lot of turnovers this season, but valuing the ball, as you said, Jim.
They got shooters in the corner, too, on a dribble drive, kick.
And now another foul, 3rd one on this possession against Davidson. Lawyer. And now a minute and a half to go.
Every time that foul happens, they reset the shot clock to 20, so this works in the Spartans' favor.
Watch out for Brown in the corner on penetration.
Walker. Here's Brown, tough shot. Lee was on him.
Nice. Hauser We can stay right here on the checkout.
They've got Jones with the hold.
Looked like as Jones was falling to the floor, he kind of grabbed and pulled Hauser with him.
Well, you're right. This possession, now 4 fouls on Davidson on this one trip down the floor for Michigan State. And that brings it up to 7. It'll be a 1-on-1 for Hauser.
86%, Jim. And Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
And he's 44 of 51 at the line this year. So the guy you want on the free throw line if your time is up.
Defensively, you want to make Davidson use a lot of clock, know your assignments, and stay at home, particularly if Brankovic gets the touch in the low post.
It's a big one. Takes it to 7.
Davidson, you got to turn off Brankovic and just dump it inside. Let him go to work.
And Hauser not as physical in that ball screen. He's going to pop out for the 3.
Brankovic to Lee. Dishes. That's a charge.
Great reaction defensively. Wasn't it? Moving those puppies, getting organized. Hall would hit his head earlier. And once you leave your feet airborne, terrific anticipation.
Looked like he was maybe not totally out of that restricted area. As he take a look.
5 whistles on Davidson in the last minute of action.
They might review it right now.
Yeah.
And he might pick up Grant.
They might reverse the call.
Yeah.
All right, Gene.
Close play, guys, naturally, and you've got to look because the right foot lifts off of the ground, but that's irrelevant. The arc is a plane, so what they need to look at is even though that right foot is off of the ground, it has to be clearly outside of that arc in order for that to be a charge. So they've got to get an angle as to when that contact occurs and where that foot is, even though it's lifted off of the ground.
Boy, look how close that is, Gene.
And it is really, really close, Jim. Yes, it is.
But I think he was in it and then moved out, but moving forward.
But can you move forward when he's already left?
Yeah, that's true. Once he establishes the foot. Well, that's the rule we've all talked about. Once you plant that foot, nobody can move in. That possibility down the road.
Yep.
You think they'll reverse this, Gene?
You know, they're going to just continue to take that look at the right foot, Raf, because you have a charge call on the floor, and if that foot is outside of the arc, they'll stay with the charge, and everything really is focused on the right foot as it relates to the plane and the RA, the restricted arc at this point. So they're going to search every angle they can get to make a firm, assessment of it, and they'll try to look at every single thing they can before they do.
Hey, Raph, he sounds like a politician. He didn't answer the question. He just I love it.
Well, Gene, as you've told us, though, your foot can be out, but the back foot could be within the area, and it's straight up to the ceiling, and that would be a violation.
Exactly.
I'm not a politician.
That's exactly right.
I think, though, I think it was they might reverse this here.
I would agree.
But I'll campaign for you, Gene, anytime.
No, I'm not taking a side either way at this point, Grant. I think our last angle, really, that came from the opposite baseline gave us the best view of that right foot moving forward outside. And then you've got to take a look, truthfully, guys, at to when the contact just initiates, right? I know he knocks him over a little bit later, but it is when that contact is initiated and where that foot is right when that contact occurs. And I'm with you on it a little bit, Grant, from that angle. I think when we look at that, it appears that right foot has moved forward enough right before contact. That's where we're taking that look, and that's a frame-by-frame look right now, and I'm sure that's what Pat Driscoll and the guys are doing over there.
An important play here in this game. They're
big decision.
Taking their time to get this right.
That's about as close as you can come. It really is. Because he was moving out of the arc. Was he out in time? Let's see. It's going to stay. It's going to stay as a charge. They said he was outside the arc.
By rules, on the last 2 minutes, we can look for an RA play. 25 white is clearly outside of the arc, okay?
Clearly outside the arc.
Go.
Yeah.
Michigan State basketball.
There you go. That's why I'm not an official.
Yeah. Boy, those bang-bangers, goodness.
Down the stretch, the Wildcats have missed 5 of the last 6. They've turned it over twice. And Michigan State's come back from a 56-51 deficit.
Oh, nice.
Double up and a foul.
Boy, they had a perfect trap. They had a rotation to the inbound passer.
You didn't need to foul right there. Just be solid.
Yeah.
You know Michigan State turns the ball over. Great trap, as you said, Raph. Just don't reach. Don't reach.
Look at this action, too, on the pass.
Yeah, Brown was going to have limited options, that's for sure. But now we'll go to the line for the 1-and-1.
Pretty good free throw shooter, too. Big numbers, 90.
The senior who graduated in 3 years at Michigan State will have 1 more. Just breaking open a tight game that for the first 36 minutes had been just back and forth. No one really got away.
Go for the quick hitter. Go right to the rim.
Jones picked up his dribble.
Not really their game, not their style.
Royer fouled, and he's got a chance to pick up another point at the line.
Brankovic outside opened up that lane. This kid is a tough young guy. Terrific basketball player, takes the hit, great concentration. He's focused. Just enough to ward off and finish the deal. Just looks set up their press this time. Same thing, don't reach in, don't violate the cylinder. Force it to Death Valley in the corner.
That brings it to 5. And in comes Bucci Yedem.
Big on the ball, Jim. Take away the vision.
I think that Izzo it might bring in Hogard back in to have another ball handler. And Lawyer's over there calling out their inbounds plays from the sideline.
Doing a little coaching.
Nice help out by Hauser.
Ooh, and a reach-in call. It was close.
2 possessions in a row.
Absolutely.
Bucci Yedem, they say, made contact. And Hauser will shoot 2 more.
He got nicked up a little bit, Hauser.
It looked like Huffman's knee hit the ball, but
then kick.
Took the rest of the way at the line for the Spartans.
How about his game tonight?
Magnificent. They'd be in deep trouble without him.
25 points.
That's what you want in the tournament, your seniors to step up. He did just that.
Good defense.
Giant performance by Hauser. Can he get 1 more and make it a 3-possession game? Never touched the rim on either one.
They want to make them use some clock. You got to go right at it. You see if Oregon can penetrate again. Step back 3 for Brankovic. How about that?
Knocks it down.
And a timeout. This team's got game.
Still plenty of time, 37 seconds. 69-65 Michigan State. Timeout Davidson. Michigan State will be inbounding with a 4-point lead. Now, we were at the Big Ten last week, and they had some issues in some of these late game situations inbounding the ball.
And the big thing the last time was Hauser, a new wrinkle really where they got it to the center of the floor. You want to stay out of that corner where it's a trap. And I'm sure David's saying, hey, don't violate the cylinder, be good. We'll get our rotation on the inbound passer. And of course the free safety in the middle of the floor. And they're not going to guard the inbound passer, so it's going to be a quick double.
Be Hall to inbound.
I think they go trap, gamble, then if you finally feel you got to give one. Once again, Hauser comes and bails him out.
Passes thrown away. And there you go.
And Hauser was free on the sprint, but not really good recognition.
And Jim, great call right there, talking about the troubles on inbounding. Just not great execution right there, Hall.
You see over here, they miss him.
He had Hauser open.
Yeah.
First turnover committed by the Spartans in 17 minutes.
Because you get antsy when you're the inbounder. People don't present themselves.
Get the ball back, and no time came off the clock.
Brings Hogard back into the game. Another decision maker on the court when Michigan State gets the ball.
Jones to inbound.
Really good defense on the inbound.
Switching everything.
Lucky to get that one back. Brakovic,
Oh,
for some reason, forces the three.
it.
Lee retrieves. Back to Brakovic to the corner. And that one off the side of the backboard.
How about the closeout there by Hauser?
Unbelievable. He's had a great game.
Seemed a little desperate with the threes.
Too fast, really. This one you had to go with, but the earlier one by Brankovic was a little bit of a rush.
Didn't make sense.
Yeah. Composure late.
Hogard to the line again. 2 the rest of the way for Michigan State. 63% on the season.
He has been solid too. Talking about Hauser, great contributions all game long.
Hogard with 13.
Michigan State wants to pick up, but don't let him turn speed dribble up the floor. Make them use some clock here.
With this lineup, they may be able to switch everything on the perimeter, all their action.
And they are.
Lawyer underneath, lost control, calls a timeout. He's fortunate they didn't call traveling.
He's upset at himself. What a competitor this kid is.
Another slip on the floor.
Yeah. Turn that corner. He was losing it right there.
Lucky, like you said, lucky he didn't have a turnover right there or a walk.
Could have been a walk, sure. Very lucky. Right now, that little pin down play from before, which got your eye.
And Gene Steratore, that was at least an extra step there.
Yeah, you know what, Jim? He's stumbling initially and continuing his dribble, but as he's falling, he does possess it, sticks it to his body as he falls, and by rule at that point, I believe you've got to travel on the play. Stumble there, but we can see now when he starts to fall, he grabs, sticks it to his body. Now he's got possession and falling, has no pivot foot going to the ground. That's a travel.
And he just took, thank you, Gene, Davidson's final timeout.
Right here, McKillop, love to see what he's able to draw up, and can they execute a quick hitter for a three, or maybe something at the basket, at the rim off this out-of-bounds play.
Nice little curl. Brakovic trying to get Lawyer deep. Hauser.
Lee got it back. Jones will drive in and lay it in with 13 seconds. Still a 2-possession game.
Got to give it. Once again, Hauser.
The pressure release.
Unbelievable how sharp he has been tonight.
I mean, almost came up with that steal on the inbounds play and made big free throws, contesting shots.
Tough-minded game, though. Possession by possession.
Hauser 4 for 4 at the line tonight. .27 for the game.
You never know who's going to step up, do you, in the tournament? You got to be prepared.
.11.5 to go. Missed the second. Lawyer. Waits, shoots, keeps him in it.
How about this?
4.6 seconds. Had to have it.
Got to get free.
Hogard.
Got to step to the ball.
Izzo calls timeout.
Yes, he did.
Lawyer's been under wraps most of the game, but this kid is a gamer right now. There's that pump too.
Get him wait.
Exactly. So patient on that delivery. Let the flyby occur. Again, they've corralled him and contained him, but he's done some really sharp things without forcing the issue. Big thing now is how are you going to play the inbound pass? On the ball, big, or are you going to play free safety? Big thing, I would force it to the corner with a big time, one-time trap, see if you can get a denial. But you got to give it up sure right away. You don't have much time to play with.
Spartans led by 7 with 38 seconds to go.
Also might want to have a free safety, someone off the ball, and face guard. Because of 4 seconds left, you have to try to get a steal, maybe a turnover off the inbounds pass.
I think you might get a 5-second if you harass the passer maybe with a big. You know, you can't get any vision. Nothing comes off the clock.
We know that the benefit of putting somebody on the inbound.
Yeah, we do. We saw that a couple of years ago.
Well, who do you put on the line? Had a choice.
Hoger's been taking it out, Jim.
Yep.
Pretty much all good free throw shooters out here right now for Michigan State.
But again, issues inbounding the ball. We saw it just a moment ago.
And they're doing it on a sprint and not on the screen. You got to step through the ball now.
Here we go. Hogard looking for help. Looking for help. And that's Walker's going to be heading to the other end.
It's a nice set right there. They spread the floor. A lot of movement. Walker bailed him out.
80% as noted.
As an attempted one tonight.
That's sort of a freezing the shooter here as they get organized.
If he makes both of these, it's
all but over.
Yeah.
1 out of 2. Who knows? Here we go. Walker. Injured last week at the Big Ten tournament.
Oh, a rattler.
Oh.
He's smiling too. Boy, what a gutsy performance. Both of these clubs leaving it out. And Tom's calling another.
He's calling another timeout. Did you see the smile on the face of Tyson Walker and the bench?
Oh. You know how big that is.
Could it be yet another Krzyzewski-Izzo matchup in the tournament? If so, it would be the 7th time in the NCAA tournament since 1994.
That's incredible.
They want to get them to know one another.
Again, Duke awaiting the winner. It would be tied for the 2nd most all-time NCAA tournament matchup between 2 teams. You'd never guess that Kentucky and Marquette was the record with 10, because that was way back in yesteryear when the Dons were dominant.
And Jim, here, I would put people up here because if it is a miss, you know, you got to think about giving a foul, you know, before they get something set up.
And for Davidson, anticipating a miss right here, they're going to probably have some options. The outlet to maybe Lee or Lawyer and try to get a...
Or Huffman, too.
Or Huffman.
Yeah. They got people on the line for that reason.
Spartans have hit 6 out of 7 at the line down the stretch.
You just don't want to go over the top if you're Michigan State.
Walker can all but seal it with this free throw.
Big time. Onions early.
The heave to Lee. They stay away from him. Puts it up. Made it. Half a second to go.
They still got inbounded.
That was an incredible inbound play right there. Oh, man.
Your only hope is to make some brilliant play right here on the inbounds. They go deep instead. Brown is down there, and the game is over. Michigan State eliminates Davidson. And the Spartans have yet another matchup with the Blue Devils come Sunday in the 2nd round.
Woo. We were spoiled today. This was
what a day.
A fantastic finish.
Oh, talk about a hard-fought game. These Davidson kids, God bless them. They are fun to watch. They're so well coached, so fundamentally sound, and Michigan State had to leave it all out there.
They really did. They found a way to win. We talked about how they figured things out last week at the Big Ten tournament, and it carried over here tonight, and now they advance.
And boy, your comment on the difficulty against the press, so well founded.
Guys, Sunday we will see Izzo and Krzyzewski.
Pretty impressive.
The winner to go to the Sweet 16.
Oh, 2 legendary guys and
2 good friends
accomplished
as well.
at their trade.
Tracy, over to you.
Well,
You get Miles in the locker room.
I'm here with Coach Izzo, and he just looked at me and said, I don't deserve this. How many heart attacks did you have down the stretch there?
I think I was pretty calm today. I was like Raph today. I was good, but you know what? They got a hell of a team, and that's a hell of a coach, man. He's a good coach, and we made a couple of runs, couple of plays at the end, but that's a good team we beat, a real good team.
We're going to talk to Joey Hauser in just a second, but how about the job he did, not only offensively, but defensively as well?
Yeah, I'm so proud of him. You know, it's been a long run for him, and best comes at the end, I guess, but really happy for him. He made some big plays. You're right. His defense, not many people would have said that. Good analyst.
Well, you're facing Coach K and Duke for the 16th time now, and you've won 3 of those times. So your early thoughts on this matchup in the second round of this tournament?
So I'm 3-13, and you asked me what my early thoughts are.
3-12, Coach.
Oh, 3-12. Well, that's even better. But you know what? Mike's done so much. I mean, you know what? It's going to be a privilege to be in the game. It's going to be great, I think, for fans. It's going to be great for CBS. It's going to be great for you. And I hope we play better than we have most of the times.
Appreciate the time, Coach. Let me bring in Joey Hauser right now. What a tremendous job, and Coach talked about it not only on the offensive side, but defensively as well, but a season high for you. How did you take advantage of your matchups out here?
You know, it's a new season. I think that's the beauty of this. So I just felt good. It was a fresh start for us, getting the postseason. We had a good Big Ten run. I was feeling good. So the matchup, you know, really wasn't much different. We didn't do anything different. I just made my shots, really.
You mentioned the matchup. You mentioned the Big Ten tournament as well. Coach said you guys found something there. How were you able to carry that over?
Yeah, we got a little bit momentum going. We had a rough end of the year. I think we lost like 4 out of 5 at one point. So just that we knew we could beat some good teams and win consecutive days in a row. So coming in a tournament like that, that's big time.
Speaking of good teams, you got Duke up next. Good luck on Sunday.
Appreciate it, thank you.
He shattered his season high of 17, ties his career high. And we'll have the Battle of the Legends on Sunday. Michigan State in a nail-biter over Davidson. Tournament continues live now on TBS and True TV. CBS coverage tomorrow at noon Eastern. North Carolina and Baylor. For Raft and Grant and Tracy and Gene, Jim Nance saying so long from Greenville. We'll send it to our studios after these messages.